Well, I'm very happy to be here in the second day of WFES with Stäubli, one of the leading suppliers for connectors. And I'm here with Mr. Matthias Mack, the Vice President of the company. Welcome to Abu Dhabi, welcome to WFES. How happy are you with the exhibition so far?
Thank you, Walid, for welcoming me. I'm in charge of the renewable business inside Stäubli as Vice President. I'm very confident here together with the team on this whole area, on the Middle East area, in terms of development for the photovoltaic business for the next years. And we had really good discussion, good meetings the last couple of days here on the show. And there seems to be a great interest for the EBOS components, and collectors belong to EBOS components.
Okay, Mr. Mack, we'll go to the questions directly. In the context of solar energy, how does the concept of small but mighty apply to connectors in PV systems, and what are its implications for the safety and economic viability for projects?
Thank you for that question. So we talk about connectors here, and we always say small components, big impact, because this is one of the most underrated parts in a PV installation. You must know, or you already know, that there are hundreds or even thousands of connectors used in a PV installation, and with this contact points, there is a lot of energy which can be burned finally, and this is a lot of decrease in ROI of the whole installation. So small components, big impact, and we like to try to leverage this effect with our products here. Yeah?
You know, most of the times that I saw problems with systems, it's usually sometimes most of the problems are in connectors. You know, it's a very small product, as you mentioned, but a lot of challenges coming there. So how do you feel that this ambient and this climate in the Middle East, where it's very humid, it's very hot, how do you think that pushes the connectors?
Yeah. So this has a big impact on the connector itself, on the design of the connector, on the material and components used to produce this connector. So that's important. But also very important is the way these products are assembled or attached to a cable, for instance. So the way the project checking is done, finally, the product acceptance testing. So this is all very important to do it with qualified equipment or qualified people.
What makes Stäubli's connector technology stand out in delivering reliable, high-performance connections, even under the most demanding and harsh weather conditions?
Mm-hmm. So we continuously develop our product and adapt them to the specific regions. Here where we are today, for instance, there's a lot of impact coming from the high temperatures, from sand, for instance, but also from the very high UV radiation. So we are developing our solutions here continuously. For instance, in terms of temperature rise, we work together with an external agency, and we qualified the product for a temperature, for ambient temperature range of up to 105 degrees. That's just an example here. Also very important is that we fully rely on a huge and large installed base with our products over the last more or less 3 decades. So there are globally around 2,600 gigawatts of installations, and we account for roughly 50% of that installation. So 50% is installed and connected with Stäubli connectors. And this is, of course, a lot of know-how we can use here. Let me add a word to what's beyond, right? Beyond the standard, for instance, we spent last year roughly 14,000 hours during R&D for testing, for qualification. So that's a really big amount of time spent for that. And this is done with roughly 150 individual tests around our products here.
Yeah.
And the third component, which cannot be neglected, is Stäubli is also involved with international standardization groups like IEC standards or UL standards or other regional important standards. And we do not only fulfill them, we also drive them. So we are involved with our own people to set here the parameters.
Well, you mentioned something about 50% market share globally. That's brilliant, of course. How has Stäubli maintained its position as the industry benchmark for over 3 decades now?
So I'd say it's mainly related to two important elements. First thing, we talked about quality before, product quality, development of the products, adapting to local market needs. So I think that's very important. Also for large volume, maintain and keep the same quality level. That's one thing. But the second thing is might be even more important, and this is the philosophy of Stäubli. We are close to the markets, close to the customers, are in permanent interaction with the customers. We give face to the customers. We are present. You can call us. You can meet with us. So that's a huge benefit for this EBOS business within the solar industry. And while saying that, it's not only related to the, for instance, production sites. So we have 4 production sites globally for this kind of solutions. That's one important thing. But we have usually also offices and own people who talk the local language in the main or the most important areas. Most important is also the Middle East for us. So for that reason, we are also going to open a local dependency with local people, as said, local language, within the next or within a short time. Yeah.
Brilliant. So we will expect an office in the region very soon.
Right.
Inshallah. Okay, now beyond technology, how does the synergy between technical expertise and industry knowledge help minimize risk and ensure long-term performance or long-term safety?
Yeah. It's because of this know-how we just talked about over this long period of time. We questioned how to make it valuable for our customers and how to bring value to the whole industry. And so one way to answer that question and to avoid these issues and mistakes within the installation, we, for instance, raised a service program, and we launched that in, once again, some specific areas. We raised the program and we focus with RE services on, for instance, trainings of local installation teams, on so-called golden row support, so visual inspection of existing installations, but also new installations related with a certain consultancy. And if necessary, we can also maintain and do laboratory testing to support on some specific topics. And this is accepted very well. We are aware that the OPEX budgets are very narrow, but it really supports in saving money and saving money in terms of creating additional energy output. And coming back a little bit to the first question you asked me, what makes us different and what makes our product different? Of course, we have initially a slightly higher capex for our solutions, and usually our industry is capex driven. Yeah. So we try to close that gap. So higher capex at the beginning, but less and more optimized OPEX in the long run, because this little connector usually accounts for 0.03% of the initial system cost. Yeah? So that's almost neglectable, and in any case, it's the wrong place to save money.
Exactly.
Save money.
Yeah.
And a much more smarter way is to understand it as a kind of insurance premium. With the final goal to have a higher return on invest for the whole installation.
That is the major focus, in my opinion, and this is very important, especially in a place that is very challenging like this region.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I just have one very quick question before we finish. How do you pronounce the name of the company the right way? Because some people say Stäubli, some people say Stäubli. So I want to hear it from you.
Yeah. So in Switzerland we say Stäubli.
Okay.
And that's the right pronouncing. But in the international environment, we usually talk about Stäubli.
Okay. So both of them go.
Both of them is okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing what you have to offer to the market. Still have a day and a half, and thank you very much again for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Walid.
it.
Appreciate
Thank
it
you.
as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.